Welcome to Dads Meet World, a Boy Meets World podcast, where two dads try to figure out what is this thing we call world and what did the 90s have to say about it. I am Tyler. I'm a dad.
And I am Brett, and I am also a dad. And I am excited to find out what the 90s have to say about this world 30 years later.
Yes, it has been 30 years since this show premiered, and you may wonder, why are two dads going back through and talking about it? We love it. And if we love it, we might as well talk about it.
That's right.
There has to be other people that also love it too.
I'm sure there are.
So we have questions that we're going to go ahead and answer from my bucket. And just to give a little taste, a little flair of what our podcast is going to look like until we are able to start really recording it.
That's right. So let's get into it.
Shall we? All right. So first guy up. Ooh, this is a fun one. Favorite love story outside of Cory and Topanga?
You know, I'm torn. I actually liked Cory and Lauren.
Ooh, can you elaborate a little more?
Yeah, I liked that Lauren was new and different. She wasn't someone that Cory had known forever, and that she was willing to, go out of her way to pursue Cory, and that Cory was actually willing to give her a shot. In fact, when when the series was in first run, I was actually kind of rooting for Lauren and Cory to stick it out for at least a while.
Interesting. Well, I think one of the things I thought was really cool about that storyline is it showed that Cory had the ability to have chemistry with someone else, because early on in the show they have a lot of like one-off girlfriends for him, where like they'll be there for an episode, maybe two at most, but like it was never an actual like true relationship outside of Topanga that he could really latch on to, outside of his imagination. But I did also enjoy their love story. It would have been interesting if they would have given them like a couple more episodes to see if they could be boyfriend girlfriend. It was kind of just at that point the snowball had all really kicked in of like it's only Cory and Topanga. Those are the only two that could be together. So
Indeed.
Yes. So so my favorite love story outside of Cory and Topanga would probably be Feeny and Dean Bollinger. I really loved in the 6th season when you could just see a little more vulnerability of Feeny, where he didn't just have all the answers. Hold on one second. Where you at?
Where's the cat? Where's the cat?
So, my favorite love story outside of Cory and Topanga would be Feeny and Bollinger, Dean Bollinger from the 6th season. And I truly just love that, Feeny was challenged, and he kind of felt vulnerable and he was more relatable. And I also just like that his students that he dedicated so much time and energy to are the catalyst to help bring them together. And you just see the difference of, like the different generations and, how he's trying to pursue her and him thinking, I need to be a gentleman. And, Dean Bollinger's like, no, I just want him to say if he likes me or not and see what happens. And so I appreciate that love story, and also just that you can have a beautiful love story with people who are older.
Mm-hmm.
Taken just as serious as any other relationship that's been built, especially as serious as Cory and Topanga.
Indeed.
I just would like to know, where did she go the 7th season? She just like disappeared.
Headcanon, she retired and hung out at home.
Yes. Is there another love
She,
story?
she got pregnant with baby Feeny.
I hope not. Is there another love story we'd like to chat about, or just leave with those two?
I think we'll stick with those two for now.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of
Oh.
amazing stories in this show, and some big flame outs that we could also talk about too.
Mhm.
Next question. Ooh, here's another fun one. I'm not going to say that about all of them, but just the two that I was really curious about if we get to or hit. Griff versus Harley.
I'm a Griff man.
I thought
Anyone
you'd
who
say-
can get Robert Goulet to show up at a Philadelphia high school after hours wrestling match has got my vote.
Well, okay, I think we should back up for just a second. So if anyone doesn't know, based on just the two names, who these characters are, when Corey goes to high school, he meets a character named Harley, and he's the school bully. And he develops a friendship kind of with him. And then Harley kind of disappears, and a new character appears named Griff. And it's almost like the things that Harley would have done before, Griff now does. But Griff does it with a little more pizzazz. Instead of getting his hands dirty, he has other people do his dirty work, and almost a little more mafia-ish, if you will, where Harley is almost like a biker guy who runs the school like a biker gang. So,
Or at least the 50s guy,
it's really
the
true.
greaser.
He is a greaser. Yeah, I would have to go with, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Harley, just because he is the classic character. He is the character that challenged Corey and almost helped make Corey a better person. In season one, Corey is this kind of back and forth of, is he a good kid? Is he a bad kid? Is he disrespectful, or is he, kind and compassionate? And Harley kind of pushes him to, like, okay, I could be like him, or I could just be me. And what does that mean? Who am I? And he gets encouragement from other teachers and whatnot, and, gets help push in the right direction. But really, you do get to see, like, okay, he and Sean could turn into Harley, essentially. And you even see little hints of that even as they get older, when they kind of are, shall we say, a little jerkish with power.
Plus, without Harley, you don't have Teresa Kiner, and
That's
you
true.
don't have Johnny Baboon.
I know. I love that nickname. Among my son, then I don't think he would have liked it.
Yeah, probably not.
Alrighty. Let's stop one more. I figure we'll go one more question and then hit a pause and see where we go from there.
Yeah.
But next question. Ooh, it's another great one. The Feeney call. Good or bad?
Good. I love it. I'm Mr. Feeney in the finale. I love the Feeney call. Feeney? Oh, that's a new one.
I think my problem is the longer it goes, the less value it has. And I think my problem is like, as a kid, I loved it. It was just so funny because Eric was just so ridiculous. But there's almost a level or a line that he kind of crosses just a little bit, where it comes a caricature of their relationship. But I know it's fun. It's supposed to be silly. But I think maybe what truly ruined it was Girl Meets World, as Riley and Maya did it. And it's like, why? There is no established them doing this thing. Like, and they did exactly what Eric did, and probably the most famous one was the and it's probably my favorite one that he does, in all honesty. But it's like, why are the girls doing this? Like, what is the point other than just It is something from the original show, and they wanted to redo it.
Mhm.
And also, what bothers me is as I've watched some panels that Will Friedle is on, he will not do the Feeney call because he passed it along to the girls.
Mm.
So it's like, come on, man, like just do the call. So, well, we've answered a couple of really good questions. I'm really excited the ones we had. So we should be hopefully soon getting out episodes, starting to record here. We're just mostly waiting on me getting better equipment before we start recording. We're really excited, getting the juices flowing a little bit, and I can't wait for us really to get into this because it's
Oh,
the pre
yes.
this. So once again, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brett.
This has been Dad's Meat World.
That's right.
Goodbye.
Oh, we need a sign off.
We do.
Can't be the Feeney call.